What do you think?
Well, I'd have to say that I'm just going to start with some of the highlights. There are just some times of every year that it's just really nice and I look forward to. Like in the winter, we have a Christmas concert and it's really nice for everyone to come round, and you know, every year there's the classic, like some of the new kids are playing Jingle Bells, and you just, it's really nice to get together and perform what you've been learning over the past few, however, weeks or months. And
how old were you when you started?
I was actually 4 years old.
Wow.
4 years
old. Oh my gosh.
And yeah.
Can you remember anything? Can you remember anything like your first tune that you played? Or the first tune that you really wanted to play? Can you remember anything in that regard?
Well, I always wanted to play the Happy Birthday song and Jingle Bells and just the classic things that just sound really sweet on the piano when you've got.
And what was your first cool song that you wanted to play and you learned to play? What was your first cool song? So it could be a contemporary song, it could be a pop song, it could be even a classical piece, but what was your first cool song? Like, oh my gosh, I can play it. What was your first cool song?
I don't know. I'm trying to think what I've done.
Was it classical?
Many.
Was it a pop song?
Well, I mean, I can't really think of my first, but...
What's the one that you really like, that if you could play it all the time you would play? Is there a particular song, was it a Beethoven piece, a Mozart piece, would it be a contemporary piece? Eric Satie at the moment you seem to be into.
Yeah, that's one thing.
Yeah, stuff is beautiful.
I think that's when I really thought, this is something that I've heard a lot, and I've always wanted to be able to bring that from just a recording that you hear all the time to something I can actually bring. So I think that's...
and what have you found easy and hard about that song? Because I know it's something that you like playing. There's a certain bit that you get to, and it like all seems to get a little bit difficult.
I'd say it's a very slow piece, which is one of the easier things about it. You don't have to worry too much. You've really got the time to go over your thoughts and what notes you're going to play. But I'd say what's a bit hard is the melodies. It's almost written as if it's for 3 hands instead of 2, because you've got to jump a lot between different parts. But in the end, it sounds really complex, and I like that about it.
Well done.
Yeah.
And if there's any advice you could give any budding musicians, whether it's piano, violin, guitar, flute, but specifically piano, because we love piano, and we, I suppose for the most part, many of our students are piano students. But if there's a piece of advice you could give them, what do you think that piece of advice would be?
Well, even though I'm no musician yet.
Oh, don't be too harsh on yourself. Really, don't be too harsh.
I would say to just play what you want to play. Like, if there's a piece that you're really interested in, always just see if you can do it and try and get the